Greetings from Bermuda, this is BDA Limey and welcome to Rush for the Ages, a fast-paced civilization-style card game that can be played in about 5 minutes. Let's jump in, see what it's like. Okay, so the game has two modes, only one of which is unlocked at the start of the game. So quick game, games typically take between 3 and 8 minutes, that is about right. Once we have reached the Mastermind rank in quick games, we can unlock Gauntlet mode, which I have not yet done. In the quick game, there are multiple difficulty levels. When you first start the game, only the beginner difficulty level is unlocked. If you win a game at beginner difficulty, you can progress to easy, and then on to average, tricky, and hard, and so on. So I've played a few games now. I've got as far as hard. I am going to start at beginner to give you an idea of what it would be like if we were doing that. So, we pick our faction at the start of the game. When you begin, normally only 3 of these factions are unlocked. That's the Indians, the Persians, and the Babylonians, I think. And as you progress and unlock the high difficulty levels, more of these factions become available. So the differences between the factions are pretty small. But all of them have a thing where if you win a game 5 times with that faction, then you get to start subsequent games with a particular card in your hand. It's not something I've done, so for the purposes of this introductory game, I'm just going to pick the Indians, which is one of the starting factions that you can choose. And let's go. So, the game is a card-based game, and you are playing against 2 other players. And over the course of the game, you're going to be laying cards in a timeline here, from left to right, competing against 2 other players. So here's us at the top, the Indians, and we're playing against the Babylonians and the Persians, and their timelines are here and here. The winner of the game is the person who has the most glory at the end. And the glory is symbolized by these stars. So you'll see them here. It tells us how many points we each have. Some cards will have points, glory points on them as well. Some will just give you glory points for playing them. Others will give you points if you satisfy various conditions, which we'll look at as we go through the game. This tells you how many cards each player has in hand. So we've got 3 in hand. Babylonians have 5 cards in hand. The Persians have 4 cards in hand. I suspect that's probably a faction ability. Affects how many cards they have. This here is our population, and so this is the population level we currently have, and these spaces here show the maximum population we could get to. These are effectively, we cannot get any population in those spaces. So you can see there's differences between the factions, so the Persians can have a higher max population than the rest of us. But there are ways to change that as you go through the game as well. So the game ends as soon as either one player has played the 7th card on their timeline, in this spot here, or when cards have been discarded to the pool over here and got all the way down here. And we'll see how that works as we go along. There are these prestige tokens at the bottom here, which are revealed as cards are discarded into this pool. So you can see this question mark symbol here means as soon as the first card is discarded into the pool here, this prestige token will become visible, and then the second one will become visible when the 4th card is discarded into the pool here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 5, 6, when the 7th card is discarded, the 3rd and final one will become visible. These will give us additional ways of scoring points. And they are based on the tags the card has, which are these things in the bottom right corner. And if you're familiar with Terraforming Mars, the tags kind of work in a similar way to that. They don't mean anything in and of themselves, but other cards have effects that reference them. Okay. Turn order is determined randomly, so it goes from top to bottom. And on your turn, you can do one of 5 things, I think. So either you can play a card from your hand onto your timeline into the leftmost available slot, and then you will score points or gain population according to that card. So for example, the irrigating card here, we would gain, this symbol here shows you how many population you get by playing it. So this would come off this card and it would go onto our population here. Population is good because it gives you points. So you can see the 6 points that we have currently is coming from our 6 population. Similarly, the Babylonians, 2 points is coming from their 2 population. The Persians have 3 points because they have 3 population. So as we go through the game and various cards give us points, the tooltips here will show you exactly where the points are coming from. So the irrigating card scores you points equal to your first timeline card. So that would be kind of pointless to play as the first timeline card because it's not worth any points in and of itself. Other options are factory, which would give us 2 points for each energy or tool icon in all timelines. This flashing thing here is showing us what those relevant icons are. So the game's quite helpful when you're hovering over a card. It will highlight the tags that are being referred to by that card. So this is a tool tag here. There are no energy tags currently visible. If there were, they would be flashing as well. And hunting, discard the first card from the deck, claim its population, which is this in the bottom left corner here, if it has any. That's what hunting does. The catch with playing a card is you can only play a card from an age which is currently active. So at the start of the game, only antiquity is active, and that corresponds to the cards with the yellow titles. So we could only play hunting or irrigating on our turn now. Factory is a green card. The green cards are from the modern history era. So we couldn't play that until cards have been discarded to fill up the first 2 ages, which then unlocks modern history. Similarly, Middle Ages, we don't have any Middle Ages cards now, but they have kind of like a brown name, and they can only be played once 3 cards have been discarded to the pool over here, and that unlocks Middle Ages. So you'll see that as we go through the game. So yeah, on your turn, you can either play a card from your hand to your timeline, you can discard a card from your hand into the pool here, and you will then draw 2 cards from the deck. So that's quite a good way if you've got a card that you can't play. Like if we had all green cards, for example, we might want to throw a card into the pool to get 2 cards that maybe we could play in future turns. Or, third option is you can just draw 1 card from the deck and keep everything in your hand. Fourth option is you can take a card that is in the pool, whether you have put it in the pool or whether somebody else has put it in the pool, and take it into your hand. And the final option is that you can play a card directly from the pool onto your timeline. But to do that costs you 2 population. So you're giving up 2 points to be able to do that. But that might be worthwhile doing if the card is particularly good for you. That is the overview. Let's play. So, as I said earlier, irrigating is not particularly good as a first card because it scores points equal to the first timeline card, and this isn't worth any points in and of itself. These little pink link symbols at the bottom, which is agriculture and desert. Agriculture and desert are 2 other cards in the deck. If they are played, then the value of the 2 cards that are linked increases by 2 points. So if we played irrigating, it's currently worth no points. If somebody else, say the Babylonians next, have agriculture and they play that, then irrigating would be worth 2 points then, and our score would go up accordingly. And the agriculture card that they've played would be worth another 2 points as well. So you want to look for these kind of links, and ideally have both of those cards in your hand and be able to play them in your timeline yourself. Or if somebody else has got them in their timeline, you need to think about whether you want to give them those extra 2 points or not. Anyway, irrigating not particularly good play right now. Hunting, discard the first card from the deck, claim its population. We could do that, we might get lucky. We've got 4 free population spots. This is also linked to archery and gunpowder. Don't know who will have those cards. Or factory, we can't play it because it's a modern history card because with a green title. But we could discard it to draw 2 more cards. I am going to just play hunting. So you can see when we drag, it shows us where we can play it, or it shows us that we can share it over here to gain 2 cards. We're just going to play it. So we draw a card, which has 1 population on it, and so we gain that population. You can see it pulled it off the card, and the card that was drawn from this went into the pool. So that's what discard means. So discard is, think of this as a discard pile as well. Okay, so the Babylonians played writing, which gives points to everybody. It gives 1 point for every knowledge tag that they have. So the knowledge tags are these ones that are flashing here. We have 1 knowledge tag, so we are actually getting 1 point of this card. As are the Babylonians, because this counts as a knowledge tag as well on the card itself. Persians play Pantheon, plus 2 points for each leader in the Ages pool. This is the Ages pool. There are currently no leaders in there at the moment. A leader card has a tag that looks like a person. That will be flashing as we hovered over this as well. So this isn't worth any points for him at the moment. But when I discarded this into here, it flipped over the first of the prestige tokens down here. And so you can see this one, the Emperor. Each civilization counts military and territory tags. First place gets 5 points, second place gets 2 points. And so it's showing us here that Emperor, which is the name of the prestige token here. So the Persians are getting 5 points, the Babylonians are getting 2 points. Neither of them have any military or territory tags. You can see when I hover over Emperor, the only tag that is flashing is the one on Horseback Kid up here, which is the military tag. The reason they are still getting points is when there are ties. Effectively, we are all tied here for this prestige token. But the person that goes later in the turn order wins a tie. So because the Persians are last in the turn order, they are considered first place for this. And because the Babylonians are second last in the turn order, they are considered second place for this. Whereas we, who get to go first, are last, and so we're not getting any points from this. But we could change this. So, you know, we could play Horseback Kid. It's our turn now, so we could play Horseback Kid from here. We would lose 2 population, but that would then put us into first place on this and give us 5 points. Is that worth doing? Yeah. I don't know. Don't know. Is it? Let's do it. We lose 2 population, but overall it increased our score by 4 points. That's because it put us in first place for the Emperor prestige token. Now the Persians are getting second place. Again, it's a tie between these two, but they are lower in the turn order. But now we're getting 5 points from our population, which was reduced. We're getting 2 points from writing, because this also had a knowledge tag on it. So now we're getting 2 points from that. And then 5 points from first place in Emperor. Normally, most cards only score points for you. The cards that score for all players will say that clearly on the card. So writing is unusual in that respect. Okay, so what happened? The Babylonians discarded Cannon. They can't play that because that's a Middle Ages card because of the orange text on it. and so they drew 2 cards. The Persians played Mysticism, plus 3 points if there is no other religion card. Well, there actually is, because they played one themselves. So this is actually worth no points at all to them at the moment. You can see, yeah, their 8 points is coming from their 6 population, plus 2 points from being second place for the Emperor Prestige token. Okay, so we're currently in the lead, but all that could change fairly quickly. Yeah, irrigating is still no good because this is worth 0 points. Factory we can't play though, so I'm going to discard that to here to draw 2 cards. So we got Biface, which we can use, and Coal, which we can't because that's a Middle Ages card. Babylonians played Archery, which just gives them a straight 2 points. Oh, well, it gives them 2 points because, and you can see hunting is flashing, because hunting is linked to archery. Archery is linked to hunting. This is what I was saying earlier. When you play linked cards, the value of those cards both goes up by 2 points. Which means now irrigating would actually be, I think, worth 2 points. Because hunting is now worth 2 points. So they've actually helped us by playing that. Persians played Currency, which adds a tag type of your choice to this card. They chose to add a tool tag to the card, and the card already has 1 tool tag on it. I have no idea why they did that. Maybe they know something we don't about what the next prestige token is going to be. Okay, back to our turn. We are no longer in the lead. That is because they have taken Emperor from us. We are tied with 1 military tag each, but they are lower in the turn order. So, what have we got? Biface, if you play another tool, discard Biface and draw 2 cards. However, it is worth 2 populations, so that's 2 points from that. Gives us a tool tag, but tool tags are not worth anything at the moment. Or we play Irrigating, which would be worth 2 points. But again, that's got no tags on it that are useful for anything. I guess we'll play this because of the 2 population it gives us, so that is worth 2 points. It takes us up to 13. Babylonians discarded Car, the Persians discarded Slavery. So we are now in the Middle Ages because the cards have been discarded up to the 3rd one. You can now play orange title cards, so we could play Coal. It has also revealed the next one of these things, which is hiding behind me, which is Conqueror. Each civilization counts military and exploration tags. First place gets 5 glory points, second place gets 2 glory points. Just turn the volume down a little bit here. Like the music may be getting a bit loud. And we are actually in first place with that. We have 2 of those tags. So you can see over here, Conqueror, 5 points. And we're still in second place for Emperor. So overall we're 18. So we can now play Coal. That would put a deck card in the Ages pool. And it's linked to Mountain and Steppe, neither of which we have. I don't know whether we get to choose the deck card or not. It also gives us 2 population. Gives us those tags, although again, they're not good for anything. I could grab Cannon. So that lets us destroy a building card in any timeline, but I have to discard a card from my hand to play it. The only building card you can see is flashing in the timeline is the Persians' Pantheon. If we destroy that, then Mysticism then becomes worth 3 points because there'll be no other religion card. So we kind of don't necessarily want to do that, even though it would give us 2 of those tags. Which actually, the military tags are good for both of these prestige tokens. Counts for Conqueror, it counts for Emperor. So Maybe it is worth doing that. We could take it in our hand and play it next go, but then we're kind of losing tempo a bit. So I'm just going to take it and play it now. So you can see that it's warning us we're going to lose 2 population. Because we're playing it directly from the Ages pool. And we have to discard a card from our hand, but I'm fine with that. Let's get rid of... Irrigation is worth 3 points, 1 from this and 2 points because hunting is worth 2. Coal is also worth 3 points, 1 from the point here, and 2 from here. But that's only any good if we've got space for the population. So, I don't know. I think I'll get rid of coal. And then we have to destroy a card with cannon. This is the only one we can destroy, so I'm going to do that. I think that's going to result in a net gain of 3 points for him. But, yeah. And also we played a tool card, so our Biface was discarded and we drew 2 cards. So that changed things quite a bit. We're still in the lead. But yeah, I forgot that was going to happen. So now we've unlocked modern history. You can hear the music changes as we go from age to age as well. So we can now play all cards, basically. Play the green cards as well. We are winning on both of those, which is why we've got 21. The Babylonians are not far behind though, considering. Mysticism, they're getting 3. There's no other religions. I think what happened was they played trade, which lets you trade a timeline card with one of your opponents, and they gave them currency and they took mysticism in return. Okay, what are we going to do? Well, we can play this for 2 points, plus 1, 3 points, I suppose. We can play engine now. Draw a card each time an energy tag is played. You can see the energy tags flashing in the pool there. So 2 points and 3 population. That's pretty good. Hourglass is also good. If another player ends the game, you can play an extra turn. Although currently we've got the advantage because we're ahead of everybody else, so we can, if we keep playing a card every turn, we'll be able to end the game before anybody else will. Overall engine's worth 5 points though, so I'm gonna play that. 2 from these and then 3 from those and then 2 from those. Wow, okay, school is worth a lot. Plus 2 points for each player with at least 1 knowledge. So because all 3 of us have got at least 1 knowledge tag on our cards, that's worth 6 points. That's pretty tidy for the Persians. And also 11 population. Okay, so what we got here, spectacles. Choose a tag type and browse the deck until you find a card of that type. So you can see when I hover over Pantheon here, the tag on Archimedes in our hand is flashing, so he's a leader. Again, doesn't mean anything, it's just another tag, basically. There's nothing special about leaders in and of themselves. But that gives us 1 point, plus 1 point for each discovery in your timeline. And that's that flashing blue icon. So that would be worth 2 points. Unfortunately, the population that it would give us, we will not get because we are at our max population here. We've got no more little people spaces. And no way of gaining those, I don't think. Now look, okay, so car is in the pool. Car is linked to engine. So car is worth 2, plus 2 because we've got engine, and then engine is worth another 2. This is worth 6 points for us. If we had the space for the people as well, that would be worth another 3. That would be worth 9. But I think what it does mean is I can comfortably play it from here. No, I can't. And the reason I can't is once I take it out the pool, all these cards shuffle back again, and there is then no longer a card in this position, so modern history is no longer unlocked. There always has to be a card in this position, otherwise you regress. So what other options have we got? Library, +1 for each card in your hand. For each card in your hand. Right, so we play that. We have 3 cards in our hand. It's worth 3 points. But it's linked to writing. So that would give us another 2 points. It will also give the Persians another 2 points. Do we want to do that? That kind of close to us. What's something that will give us some kind of value? Worth 2 points, not worth very much. This is still worth 2. If we played Archimedes, that would be then another discovery. I think Archimedes better, so we'll play irrigating. Okay, so he's played agriculture, so it increased the value of irrigating, but it also increased the value of agriculture as well. That's okay, I guess. Play Archimedes now, he's worth 3 points. 1 point from here, and then 1 point for each of the flashing discovery tags on the cards in our timeline. Which is pretty good. Yeah, let's do that. Solar panel. Oh, he's awfully close. But it is back to us, and the game ends immediately somebody plays the last card. So we can just play library, and yes, it will give him 2 more points, but it gives us 2 more points as well. And we will be in the clear, and we will win. 39 points against 30 to the Babylonians and 23 to the Persians. Nice! That is Rush for the Ages. So that was, about 25 minutes for that game, but I was taking my time and explaining everything as I went. Let's try that again. On a higher difficulty. Let's see how fast we can do it. So this time I will go down to the hardest difficulty level that I've unlocked. Definitely on the easier difficulty levels. The AI is not very smart. Like they will play a card as the final card in their timeline and end the game, even if they're behind on points. I actually don't know whether they will avoid doing that on the harder difficulty levels. I'm assuming they will. But this also gives us. Well, we could have played on it. We could have played on easy on any of the factions. Once you've unlocked the factions, you can play with them on any difficulty level. But it controls the difficulty of the opponents that we're playing against. So when you go on easy, you will always be playing. One of you will be the Indians, one will be the Babylonians, and one will be the Persians. Whereas now, the AI will pick from the better factions. And so the better factions, so you can see like the Indians last time, we started with 6 population and 3 cards. Babylonians had only 2 population but 5 cards. The more advanced factions, I can't remember which ones are actually the ones from this level, but say the Egyptians, 4 population, 4 cards, and they start with a building tag as well. So that helps with anything that needs building tags, I guess. So I don't know, what should we do? We've played a game, we actually won a game with the Egyptians previously. Sumerians? Let's try the Sumerians. So they start with 4 population, 4 cards, and a discovery tag. We're playing against the Athenians. We have 4 cards and 4 population as well. And the Huns, 3 cards of 4 population. So because we've all got 4 population, we all have 4 points at the start of the game. The Athenians do not have a tag, the Huns have a military tag. So I give them an advantage in that. Okay, so options, mathematics, plus 5 points if you have exactly 12 tags. It's kind of hard to engineer. Diaspora, other players' territories earn 3 population space for you. So territory cards, we actually didn't see any in the last game, I don't think. They are actually white. They have white names, and so you can play them in any age. Again, there's nothing special about territory tags other than how other cards may refer to them. This would give us 2 more population. Our population cap is quite low. It's the lowest of everybody. Ideally, we'd like to see a card that gives us a way to expand that. Tourism is good. I mean, it's 3 points plus 1 point for each territory in all timelines, and it gives you 3 population. But again, it's a modern history card, so you can only play that if the discard pool gets down to here, which often it won't in a game. So I'm going to discard it and get 2 cards. So recycling is also no good because it's a modern history card, can't play it yet. Arena, whenever a new leader comes into play, discard other leaders. Not sure that's good or bad. The prestige token that's been unlocked is productivism. So every civilization counts tool and energy tags. 5 and 2 points for first and second place, as always. The other 2 players have tool and energy tags. I have none in any of the cards in my hand. That sucks. Yeah, this is not good. Tempted to just discard recycling. Let's get rid of that. Nuclear bomb, also can't play. Another modern history card. And the wheel. Nuclear bomb is fun. The player with the lowest military rank loses half their population. So in other words, the fewest military tags. Draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. That helps with productivism, although we'll still be last because we're our first player. I'm going to do that though. I really want to try and get something that expands my population cap. Hunting, discard the first card from the deck, claim its population. Solar panel, that's 3 points if no player has fewer cards than you in their timeline. I'm just going to get rid of the 2 cards that it's hardest for me to play. We're not doing very well. 5 points against 19 and 18. Cathedral is an option. Conqueror has been unlocked. Military and exploration tags. Exploration tag is the brown one here. Ugh. We're definitely struggling here. Huns are well placed with Conqueror because of the military tag they've got as part of their faction. Do desperate. I think we're going to struggle to do well here. Play Arena for the military tag, I guess. Oh wait, something did happen that increased our population cap. What was... Oh, other players' territories earn 3 population space for you. Ah, I can't believe I missed that. That's exactly the kind of card I was looking for. Okay. What? Other players' territories. No other player has a territory, so why did we gain population space? Territories are the white cards. I don't know. Don't know. I think we will do Cathedral. We get rid of mathematics. That also increased our population space. What is going on? Players' territories. Maybe the territories are not the white cards? Thought they were. We're running out of cards now, though. With the lowest military rank loses half. Oh, I can't play it because it's modern history. We're not unlocked that yet. Hey Kate, how's it going? Is this worth it? I'm gonna have no cards. Sure, let's do it. Julius Caesar, he had 1 population. Ugh. Oh, you played D&D tonight? Cool. How'd it go? Julius Caesar +1 point for each military in your timeline. And he gives us military. That put us in 2nd place for Conqueror. Sure that I can get enough points back now. I feel like I'm a bit screwed here. A new leader comes into play. Discard all the leaders. So Julius Caesar was a leader. So if anybody else plays a leader card, that would get rid of him as well. It's all bad. Everything's bad. Do I have exactly 12 tags? 12 different tags? This says 12 tags. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That would be 13. No. That's no good. I think I just draw a card. Oh god, really? He's got exactly 12 tags. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He does. What a pain. If he plays another card, he's going to have more than 12 tags. We're not going to win this. No way. He really doesn't want to play another card, otherwise he loses points there. If he'll be smart enough to not do that. Draw a card, there's a risk I don't have time to play it. It doesn't matter. Go for it. He played it anyway. He still had 29 points. Defeated by the Athenians. Last place, in fact. Athenians, Huns, and then us. Well, that was a quick game. That was 10 minutes. So yeah, once you're not explaining what you're doing, this goes really fast. And I find it really quite addictive as well. I think because it plays so fast. Because you're like, oh no, I was just beaten out there. One more game rather than one more turn. This is a one more game kind of game. So let's try it again. Let's try somebody else. So we've tried the Sumerians. We've already won a game with the Egyptians. We've already won a game with the Mayans. We played the Indians and won a game with them. The Shang we have not won a game with. I think I have played them before, but what have they got? They got 4 people, only 3 cards, but they've got quite a large population cap. And they start with a health tag. So sure, let's go for them. Okay, so this time we're playing second. So there's a chance we might win a tie. We're not actually first player this time. Okay, what have we got? Atomic Theory. So we can't play any of these. This is a Middle Ages card. We're not unlocked Middle Ages yet, and these 2 are modern history cards, so we haven't unlocked those yet. So, I'm just going to get rid of that. Pottery. Pottery's not bad. It's just flat 2 points. And population and a bunch of tags, which helps with productivism. So, Law Slavery. You take 1 population from any card discarded by opponents, but lose 3. Oh no, lose 3 if modern history is active. So we would want to make sure the game never got as far as modern history. I think slavery is bad. We should not do slavery. Let's do pottery instead. It seems much more friendly. We should be looking for stuff that works with health tags. Atomic Theory, plus 1 point for each card with only 1 tag in the timeline. And he loses points for each military in our timeline. Discarded Trade. Trade's a pretty good card, actually. So I'm going to take that and hold on to it. All players. So everybody gets a point for every knowledge owned. So when we play trade, we can actually choose to swap trade for whatever card we take. Although that's got a knowledge tag. Wouldn't really want to do that. Get rid of Gandhi. Too much of a pacifist. 2 cards, and now we're in Middle Ages. God, the Sumerians are just playing cards. Once again, we're in last place. I don't know whether I'm just bad at this game or whether the AI is actually pretty good. It took me quite a while to win a game on even on easy. Okay, hospital. Any population loss is diminished by 1. Makes it easier for us to play cards from here. It's also got a health tag, but we don't have anything that helps with that at the moment. Universalism is great because it gives you 6 population, but again, it's a modern history card. Plus 2 points for each leader in the ages pool. Well, Gandhi's in there. That's worth 2 points. It's not terrible. Points plus 1 population. Nation. Players with no territories lose 3 points. That would be us. We've got no territories. But then neither does anybody else. I can't believe we haven't seen a territory card yet. Any of these games. We could discard, that would reveal the next prestige token. This is such a good card, but then you could always play it back out. Let's do that. Domination. Oh god, we're in modern history already. God, that went quickly. I can't grab that and play it. Military and energy tags. Why is he getting so many points from that? Why is he getting 5? When he only has 3 tags. He's also winning on both of these. Coal is helping him on both because of the energy tags. Energy tags are the good ones. Could grab oil. Oops, somebody discards something else. Or I can do trade. Maybe I do trade. We're gonna take coal. If I give him this, it gives him a tag, but yeah, helps writing. That's fine. Gunpowder. Discard 1 card from my hand. Irrigating. Okay, we are firmly in modern history. I have lots of space. I could play universalism. Will get me a lot of points. Plan was to play hospital first, but I can't afford to wait now because he could end the game. Building, we could destroy a library. Doesn't help, then he could still end the game. So we're gonna just play that. Is that overall good? No! Second place! Sumerians on 32. 28-27. Again, 10 minutes for a game. Very quick. Okay, let's try one more time to beat hard. So yeah, it shows you here what the civilizations are for that level. So I guess ideally we want to pick one of these because they're probably going to be the best civs. Sumerians, Athenians, or Huns. So we actually played the Sumerians earlier. Athenians. 4 cards, 4 population. Huns. population, 3 cards, but they start with the military. There are quite a lot of those prestige tokens that refer to the military, so let's be the Huns. We are also going last, which I don't know, I quite like going last because of the fact that we win all ties automatically. My God. These guys got, because democracy and city-state came out together, so they both got +2 points, because they're linked. Fine. Okay, so here is a territory card. Oh, territory is a tag. Maybe that's why. Maybe there are other cards apart from these ones that have this tag on. It gives us +5 population space, which we don't need at the moment, but it's not bad, and it will synergize with fire, so... that's worth +2, let's do that. The greatest pick. How's he up to 16 already? Scholar. Oh. This looks different. Oh, we can click to vote to replace that prestige token. Because of democracy, players can skip a turn to vote for replacing a prestige token. Well, discovery and knowledge tags. We have 1. We could grab navigation. Ourselves in the lead. It's otherwise not a great card. We could burn this. Let's take mysticism. Oh shoot, I actually meant to take it into my hand, I think. Didn't really want to lose the 2 population. Okay, we're going to grab trade. I like trade. So we could use that to trade away mysticism if another religion card comes into play. Ooh. So if we destroy city-state, we remove 2 points from both the Sumerians and the Athenians, or destroy democracy. Oh, we can't play it there, because we're not in the Middle Ages. So all I could play would be trade. I don't want to trade anything, so I'm going to draw. Oh, we need to get to the Middle Ages. Of course, I'm playing the Huns, and this is now the first time that we're not having any military stuff coming out. That boosts navigation. We can steal navigation with trade. And then play New World, maybe. Navigation counts for Scholar, and you so does trade. Play Crusades? I probably am. I'm probably going to nerf mysticism anyway. A bit risky. Kind of relying on somebody else discarding a card. It might do. Let's do it. Take navigation, give them mysticism. Okay, they did. Great, so now we can play that for lots of points and more tags. And then we'll play Crusades to destroy the value of mysticism. So yeah, this does double duty because it removes 3 points from here, 2 points from here, and 2 points from here. That seems pretty good to me, even though we have to pay 2 to do it. Goodbye. Oh, that felt good. That hammered both of them in a single play. So we're in the lead. We have no cards in hand. We are first place for Scholar and Wellbeing. And we may as well just play a card directly from here, even though it's going to cost us 2 population. We could play... Oh, we can't play Engine. We could play Hospital. We're still going to be in the lead. Ends the game. We're on 26 points. We win! Yay! Convincingly, all thanks to a combination of the New World and Crusades. Nice. Okay, so by beating it on hard difficulty, we unlocked expert difficulty with 3 new factions: the Assyrians, Cherokees, and Aztecs. So, what do they look like? The Assyrians start with 5 population 4 cards, Cherokees 4 population 4 cards, and the Aztecs 3 population 4 cards. They seem a little bit harder. But that, I think, is going to do it for now. So that is... I actually think we can go back once we've started playing game. So that is Rush Through the Ages. Yeah, really like this game. Really nice to have a fast playing card game. Feels like there's a decent amount of depth to it though, which is pretty cool as well. And it's definitely got a one more game kind of feel to it, for sure, because the games play so fast, and because you end up getting beaten by the AI quite a bit. So yeah, recommend that. It is currently available on itch for $6. I think there may be plans to bring it to Steam as well, not 100% sure. But the people who make it also have a Patreon channel, and if you are a patron there, which the lowest tier is like $4 a month, they produce a new game every month. And you will get that game for free every month. So that is another option as well. But that is going to do it for now from me. So until next time, thank you everybody for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. This is BDA Lammy signing out. Bye for now.